All right, guys, it's your boy Emperor Wolf, and I'm back for another video. I know it's been a minute. It's been a lot going on, not in just in my life, but just in general. And I kind of had quite a few days off because everyone started getting sick around the same time. And the way I like to treat sickness is extremely holistically. Kind of rather take days off work so everyone can be sick at the same time, and then go back to work once everyone's better. And it was a lot of fun, to be completely honest. I didn't think about making videos. I didn't think about work. I didn't think about school. I didn't think about any of the things I've actually like life tasks or chains in my life. My family adding zero of the stress I've had in my life. I know it sounds crazy to say that, but yeah, being a father for about 10 years, it's like these guys don't add that kind of stress. Maybe when they get injured. Maybe when we have to go to the hospital. Maybe when somebody jumps off of something and hurts themselves. But anyways, I wanted to make a video because I had a stunning revelation. Once again, this dude has revelations every day. I know y'all are probably tired of hearing me have revelations, but I've had some really cool revelations lately. And there are two. I think I'll start with the more big picture revelation, and then we'll move on to the more I would say smaller picture. They're both big picture. Check it out. So at times I like to gain knowledge and put things inside. I've been working on figuring out what true wealth means. And the number one answer I found of what true wealth means from listening to people, of course, not from my own. So lately, I've been on kind of a hunt to find out what true wealth means, because I've been thinking about wealth as I used to think this way, the wealth being, something that you obtain and then you try to hold dear and protect. But I've realized recently that's not actually exactly true. I have listened to some folks, and I've been careful about what I put in my brain and what I just let go through, because a lot of people like talking, like myself. They like talking, and I really just don't believe. I think they're trying to sell a product. One gentleman I listened to, what he said were the 10 different forms of wealth, and the biggest one that actually stuck out to me was knowledge that you obtain that provides a service or provides something to someone else. So I never really thought of knowledge as wealth. What we have the phrase or saying, a wealth of knowledge, right? And it should have been apparent to me from the get-go. And I listen to some people who I believe have made it financially, but I would say, like, on a wisdom standpoint, I haven't been attempting to gain wisdom from folks who are transparent and honest. And lately, I've seen these money guru, financial gurus. I think his name, forgive me, Robert Kiyosaki, the gentleman who made Rich Dad Poor Dad. I have that book, and it's a pretty good book. I like it. And the guy was talking about how he started buying silver, and then he moved on to gold mines and silver mines, and I buy them now, and da 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 da. And he always got this profound knowledge to give out to people. However, I like to read the comment sections on people's videos as well, because while there are hundreds of bots at times, I do believe there is an air of truth, and it's hard to sift through. And the latest video I've seen, I might put it up here, was kind of bizarre. He had said that, he's like, oh yeah, right now, you should be focusing on getting Bitcoin. And I might be crazy, but this dude has literally touted silver and gold from day one, like physical assets, right? And then I could have sworn he said buy a house and get Bitcoin. And you know what? I might have to make a correction. If I do, it'll be typed up here. But it was so bizarre that most of the comments, if not almost all of the comments, were like, this is AI's deep fake. What is wrong with this guy? He's selling us down the river. Now he wants us to sell our gold and sell our silver after years and years and years and years. And it struck me like lightning that, of course, he doesn't want you buying gold and silver anymore, because he wants it for him. And all the other folks that are elitist, that have figured out how to game the system enough to make a profit. And I say game the system, I guess I shouldn't say that. I guess maybe they figured it out, right? When you set yourself up as a person who is looking out for the everyman or the every woman, and then you start touting poisonous information to intentionally fail these people because, well, now you're like, oh shoot, people are really catching on. Gold's gonna get more expensive. Well, if somebody as big as him, a maybe billionaire, or maybe close to being a billionaire, who owns gold and silver mines and all kinds of assets, right? And that's all he ever talks about, knows that you're going to be buying, you, the everyman, the every woman, is going to be buying silver and gold to store up. And essentially, he's been spreading this information out to everyone. And now people are actually doing it because he could capitalize on it before. He's like, oh, I could sell courses. I could sell this and teach people how to do it. It's really simple. He could teach people how to do what he said in one video, a really simple concept. And then all of a sudden, he's like, oh man, people are actually doing it. Oh, gold prices are climbing right now. I need it to drop. So he's telling people to put their money in places that are just so volatile right now. And it's crazy because gold and silver tend to freeze your assets. It's awesome. I love it. I think it's really cool. So it really just hit me like none of these rich folks are out to help you. Ever. There's always a spin. Even the self-help gurus or the red pillars or I don't know if they're called blue pillars, the left, the right paradigm, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Be an individual. Think. Like, use your brain. Use your brain. The history you know or history you've been taught is not the real history. Take your time to go through and see, because it literally is his story, right? Whoever won is gonna make history. These folks at the top are going to make sure that they stay wealthy before you. So I'm looking out for you. And I hate to say it, they're really not. So just be careful, right? Just do your own research. Like, take some good and drop the bad. It's a skill to be able to have discernment when listening to folks who are trying to feed you something. And I have not perfected it, obviously. My skill set's probably low, but I'm working on it and I'm getting better at it, that's for sure. Okay, that's one topic. The second topic was crazy. So I'm sitting playing Shadow of War with my son, right? I'm playing Shadow of War. He's watching me because he finds it fascinating that you can... All right, let me go back first. Shadow of War is the Lord of the Rings. It's like pre-Lord of the Rings movies, pre-Hobbit movies, and it follows a main character who's lost his family, and the one character, an elf character, who is now tied to a ring. I know. Don't at me, all right? I watch Lord of the Rings. Don't at me, please. I'm a big nerd. But basically, your power, you're trying to take down the ultimate evil. And the ultimate evil has the power to create armies through domination of the mind. So he dominates the most in this world, the weak-willed race, which is the orcs. And he dominates them, and then now they all serve him. And he's just wiping out humans, wiping out elves, wiping out dwarves, and taking over Middle Earth, right? If you watch Lord of the Rings or you know the story in depth, I'm making it easy for folks to understand who are watching this video. I get it. We're not all into this kind of stuff. However, your character Talion loses his wife and son. He's a ranger. Loses his wife and son while in the line of duty, and he actually gets killed as well. He gets the power and ability. Okay, he's got like this elf spirit who's helping him out. He gets the power and ability to also dominate orcs, and he's trying to do exactly what the great evil is trying to do, but he's trying to make his army as big as his so he can take over. And he's saying the whole time, the reason why he's doing this is to protect the good people of Middle Earth. So I'm sitting here right now. I know it's a long story. Hear me out. I'm sitting here right now. Oh yeah, I got you. Shadow War looks like this. And I'm sitting here right now talking to my son, and he's like, so what are we doing? I said, look, I'm going to find the strongest captains of this army. I'm going to dominate all the captains. Then I'm going to send them in to infiltrate this other guy's forces. And the colors they use are you're blue, and the colors of all the bad characters are red. Oh, can't make this stuff up. What a paradigm, right? It's like it's always in your face. Left versus right, blue versus red. And what I told my son was, I was like, well, son, the objective of this game is really just to use deception to dominate these guys' minds, send them in as spies into this dude's army, and take over. I'm just trying to influence the war. I'm trying to take over and influence the war in the name of being the good guy. And I'm doing exactly what the bad guys are doing. But because I am a human, it makes it right. Now, I know the ending of the game already, so I know what winds up happening. But when I was saying it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm using subterfuge and deception and psychological operations in order to make things go my way. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to say what agency I am. I'm not going to say what governing body I am, but I am one. I am part of the system at this point by doing this. And it blew my mind. I had a stunning revelation. I was like, and my wife was in there. I was like, I sound just like the, I'm not going to say the word out loud. It's typed on the screen. I was like, I'm just like every other out there. I'm going to bleep that. Oh my gosh. It was so funny because I was having a blast. I was like, yeah, we're going to take this dude over. I was like, you're my spy now, go up. You're my spy now, go up. And then all of a sudden, when we go face the guy, his bodyguards, the bad guy's bodyguards, are my spies. Bruh. And they turn on it like, yeah. It's crazy. Like, it blows my freaking mind that, like, I don't know. Like, what a revelation. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. It was a revelation I made a couple days ago because I've been playing a lot and he's been hanging out with me. And I did explain to him, I was like, well, it's funny that we do these things because it's exactly like the things we condemn, right? We condemn mind games. We condemn psychological operations. We condemn subterfuge. We condemn, being deceitful. Yet I'm doing all of this in a video game and I'm doing it very well and it's working. And it's like, man, it's so easy to point the finger at everyone else when I thought it was okay for a while. And then I was like, oh shoot, I'm doing the same dang thing. And it's cool to show the kids because it's like, yeah, this is inherently wrong, right? Deceiving other humans is inherently wrong. But that's a story for another time. I just want to share that with you guys. I was like, dang! It was such a revelation. I was like, golly. And I said it in front of my wife, and she was like, I was like, I know. She was like, you are. I was like, oh, shoot. Anyways, I feel like I've rambled on enough. I make these videos, not just for me, but for you guys as well. And it's funny, my kids are watching my videos the other day. The old ones, the video games, some of the video games. When we were watching Subnautica, and they were like, why don't you make these? And I realized I was like, I should make these for you guys, even though we're in the same house. I don't know. They just like that kind of stuff. And I have time to make these videos. I do. Everything's done in the morning, in the daytime. I get home and I can make videos for them. What's wrong with that? That's what they want me to do. They want me to make videos for them. So these videos are for the adults, for the ones that want to think, and maybe I'll make some videos on the side for them, just for them. And I appreciate you guys sticking around. Please make sure you like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I appreciate you guys. This is Wolf signing off. Peace!